Hey everybody, welcome back to Card Lounge. Today I want to talk about Disney. I want to talk about Disney and their newest announced project, Disney Lorcana, a trading card game which they made sure to specifically tell everyone that it's going to be a direct competitor to Magic the Gathering and Pokemon. Not so much Yu-Gi-Oh! Because nobody understands Yu-Gi-Oh! Anymore, so there's that. But before I get into it, I want to talk about a lesser known card game they had. A few of you might have heard of it. It's called Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom. Came out about 9 years ago and I believe is exclusively available only in Disney World in Florida. It was a park exclusive game. The game itself, I don't know, it didn't seem like it was meant to really leave the park. The concept of the game was that Hades brought back a lot of the Disney villains, and using the villains they were going to take over the Magic Kingdom or something like that, and you had to get a deck of cards and fight them by physically traveling through the park, engaging with real-life portals, which were kind of hard to see, and show your cards to these portals, and you would fight the bad guys, and then you'd go to the next one. I mean, the game seemed kind of cool. It almost was like that Magic Wand game that a lot of theme parks had. I think Great Wolf Lodge had it. Magic Quest, it was pretty similar to that, but with Disney behind it. It's like, it's Disney. What could go wrong? Well, Disney never really seemed to put much steam behind the project. In the 9 years the game was alive, it only had 70 base cards to it. Like, there was no real expansion to it. The only expansions to Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom was every Halloween and I believe every Christmas they released one special card, and Disney would say that they had more visitors to the park because of the cards. I think it was because it was just holiday seasons and it was a fun theme event. I went in 2019 or 18 to Disney and I managed to get a hold of some of these cards. They weren't very well advertised. You were supposed to be able to buy booster packs at the pin dealers, but no one ever directly advertised them to my wife or kids or myself. And I don't know. This seems like another project to make Disney seem a little more edgy and more accessible, but it could have been fun. But I personally tried to play it and it just felt really uncomfortable. I was like kind of walking around the park all day, just flashing these cards. The sensors were affected by sunlight, which in Florida, sunlight is, it's everywhere. The weather's everywhere. So if you were holding them in a specific way, it wouldn't read them. So anyway, but I don't know. The game just felt kind of awkward. It wasn't really that exciting. And if you're a kid in the park, you're not really going to want to, be wandering around Disney World flashing trading cards at portals, which are hard to see. Some of them are broken to begin with. And attacks such as Prince Devine's Army of Frogs. I don't know. It just felt kind of weird. It didn't meld right. I mean, there had to be some fans behind it, or Disney really tried really hard, because like I said, it was around for 9 years. There's not really a market for it. You could buy the entire base set for about $20 on eBay right now. Let me see here. The set also came with a map. You can go to the firehouse in Disney World and you could get these, but I don't know. Technically, you were supposed to get like a nice little role played out explanation of the game. No one really gave us that. They just handed us the cards and said there's instructions inside. I guess they got really tired of trying to go over it, or because it's been out for so long that they just really didn't care. But as of January 2021, Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom fizzled away. All 5 of its fans probably didn't even notice, but it's gone now. I'm going to hold on to these because anything Disney is fun to collect. I personally am a big Disney fan. I think it's really neat to have. There is one card though, when I was trying to do some more research on this, that goes for a little bit of money and it's pretty popular. It's called the Cast Member's Power of the 4 Keys. It shows a Disney cast member holding 4 keys. I've only seen like 1 or 2 auctions for it on eBay. Someone's selling it for $5,000, along with what appears to be a lot of stolen merchandise from the Disney hotel room. So that's beyond me. The special cards include things like Elsa, Olaf, Mickey Mouse in a vampire outfit, Halloween outfits. They're pretty cute. If you're a big fan of Disney and you want some cards to collect, I recommend it. It's fun to have. I mean, the pictures are pretty neat. As awkward as they may seem, it's still pretty cool. I mean, who would expect the Thumper from Bambi to have a powerful attack? Use it against Hades and Titans. It is what it is. All right. So now let's get on with it. Disney Lorcana is, like I said, Disney is ultimately sure to make sure that it's going to directly compete with Magic the Gathering and Pokemon. It's also going to be a less confrontational card game. Their words, not mine. I don't know how you're going to compete with Disney, Magic the Gathering and Pokemon with such a new license, but Disney's going to rely on their beautiful artwork, the memories you have from the characters, and also all the positive associations people have with Disney. Whether or not the game will be successful, I feel it's going to be a really strong collector's item. As of filming today, September 9th, nice look at the time, the D23 Expo just came out and they revealed a few trading cards. I'm gonna try to find some more pictures of it. The ones they found are very low quality. They go for a pretty penny. There are sales online for $400 already for these cards, so you know what, maybe there's some good hype around it. It'll be fun to have something new. And for better or worse, I would like to buy some Disney trading cards. I gotta put this over here, I'm sorry, I'm old and I forget. So the story so far in Lorcana is that you're an Illumineer and your job is to restore Disney or the Magic Kingdom to its beautiful, rightful appearance. And to do so, you need to find legendary Disney characters and use them to kind of like spruce the place up and make it beautiful again. They're pretty vague with that detail, but to me it kind of sounds like the Animal card game, the biblical card game, where you're not so much fighting your friends or fighting other people, but you're kind of like leveling up characters. It kind of seems to be going in that direction. When they did say less confrontational, it also gave me that kind of vibe where you're just leveling up and kind of making, Winnie the Pooh tougher. You're stacking Winnie the Pooh with Piglet or Tigger. You're stacking Mickey and Minnie, Daisy, Donald together, and with their powers combined, you have the Magic Kingdom. That's what it kind of looks like. But you know what? It could be a lot of fun. So I'm personally looking forward to it. Disney to me is in its teenage edgelord phase. They've been kind of grooming themselves towards this for a while. The artwork did look a little bit fun and edgy at the same time. They've been trying to go for this for a little bit with Disney's Mirrorverse, the figures made by Todd McFarlane, the guy who made the legendary Spawn action figures. They look pretty neat. I don't know if you've seen them in stores, but they look a little more mature. They look a bit more edgy. Lorcana seems to be going in this direction. The Mirrorverse app also is going in this direction where the characters are fighting all kinds of bad guys. Disney and Square also saw a ton of success with Kingdom Hearts franchise, where the Disney characters are fighting bad guys alongside of you, alongside Final Fantasy characters. So who knows? Less confrontational maybe the way they want to go, but they certainly have a nice little foothold if they want to do more confrontational and traditional card games. Whether or not they're immediately going to break into Pokemon or Magic the Gathering's fan base, that remains to be seen. Personally, like I said, I think it's going to be great to have a new game to kind of like butt in and like add on to the chaos. It's going to be really neat to have more card games, more tournaments, and it's Disney. The infinite budget behind Disney almost guarantees it's going to be around for a long time. You look at Sorcerers at Magic Kingdom, no one knew it was around, but it was around for 9 years. So you never know. It could be a lot of fun. And I'm personally looking forward to it as well. Disney Lorcana comes out in 2023. It's going to be a really good time. If you see any pre-orders, I recommend picking them up. It'll be a great collector's item. I have that feeling. Alright guys, that's it for today. As always, thanks so much for coming by and hanging out. Take care and be safe.